Hello, welcome to Barbarac. So today we're gonna do something interesting. Let me just go and if I can only find this, let's remind ourselves what are we doing here, right? So we're getting back into designing this hybrid pedal, and what I'm going to try to do today, I'm just going to go and do some kind of a user interface, just to show, when we talk about having all these digital controls, we might as well in some way present the value. Say, for example, what is the digital potentiometer value, current value, etc., etc. So for this purpose, I kind of got a few different things here, but let me pause here. What I realized last time when I was doing this, right? So when I turned this on, I left it with main on the Pico controller. So it turns out I actually cannot connect let me open up Visual Studio real quick. So turns out where we left it that there is a bug in Pico Go, which will not allow me to connect to the board. So this will keep on flashing, right? So let me see as this Pico Go loads. Let's see. Okay, it's disconnected. So let me try. Okay, so it will try to connect directly to COM3, which is the board, but because this is running in loop, I'm guessing, for some reason there is some kind of interference, and Pico Go cannot interrupt the program. So what to do? On the documentation page for Raspberry Pi Pico, what you can do, you can find this resetting flash memory. So what it gives us is this, this boot cell mode lives in read-only memory. So what's happening, no matter what, you cannot destroy your Pico board. What you need to do is you need to get this special version of Nuke, Flash Nuke. So let me get that, save this, and I need to drop this to the board. Okay, so let me just disconnect. I'm gonna hold boot cell and plug it in. Okay, I get the access to actually blow this up, to nuke it. I just dropped it there. Actually, I did copy paste. I just like using shortcuts. So this will now restart and go back to boot cell mode. So now I can drop the original one, the firmware that we used in the previous video. So now, where is this? I'm gonna, okay, I actually disconnected, so I can connect it again. So I can connect and I can print. Hello, and welcome back. So that's it. we nuked it, worked just fine. So let me now continue. I have this breakout garden board. I got it for Pimaroni, I don't know what is the exact name of the company. Let me see, I have it here. Just a note on this, you know, to get the original file, you just go to this drag and drop MicroPython, and you know, you can go and get the latest version of that file. I just had it downloaded from last video, so I just reused that. It doesn't really matter. So what I have here is this is the Breakout garden disk. It's sort of a development board, and it's easy to, you know, swap different SPI and I2C boards that, you know, these guys are providing, so selling them. So these are really handy. I have a bunch of these here. I have some LED matrices here. I have one in various colors. These ones are white. I have some LCD screens here. When I go in, I can have a look at what is supported with this. These are breakout boards, so they can just be plugged into the board like this, easy, right? So it just makes development easier, faster, if you have something like this. Turns out, what do I have here? I have this one here. Look, looks nice. That's this one. It's supported. I'm just gonna plug it in. I have this one, I believe. Yeah. Supported. Let me plug it in. I'll plug it in here. And I have this one. I was just feeling, I don't know, I didn't know what I was doing at the time when I was buying this. So I have this one. They all should be supported. I'll just put it here. Okay. Unfortunately, this one is not supported. I don't have it here. This is the one. And this one looks nicest of them all. Unfortunately, I don't have it. The idea was to be able to fit them here. Okay, so let me just move this out of the way. So that was the idea behind trying different things, you know. But you know, I can't be bothered at this stage with. I could probably do some coding for this myself, but you know, I'm not really going to do this. I'm just gonna go and try out what's already there. I'll just wait for them to bring support for this. What is interesting is, though, I can't use the same firmware there. I don't have Raspberry Pi. Pico doesn't have the firmware I need to support this, or rather, it's not baked into the firmware, and so I'm just gonna go and, you know, find the firmware provided by Pimaroni company. So just a quick detour here. You know, I can go in, and there's a few different guides here how to start with, you know, the board itself, you know, getting started with Pico. You can go and it's fairly good kind of a tutorial how to start there, you know, using different things that I'm using at the moment. So I just used this as a rough guide. You always read something useful, and there are some kind of a MicroPython examples that you can you know, we are going to actually use this now. But let me go and see what we have. We would need drivers for this. So they prepared a custom MicroPython UF2 file. This is just firmware for MicroPython firmware for Pico. So let's see, what do we have here? What do we want? We want this one with the libraries. Okay, so that should support all these 3 boards here. So let me just do this, get that, save that. I'm just gonna flash. I'm gonna just upload this to my Pico. Okay, I have it here. So it has this. It's completed. So I'm just going to drop it there. Okay, just drop it. And this might be the case with when I do the board myself, and I add custom or these peripherals that are not supported out of the box. I might need to do something like that. Maybe build my own firmware. I don't think so. I'll just use SPI, bare SPI, and do the drivers in Python. Probably. I don't know. I'll see what I'm going to do. But let's see. So we have this now plugged in, right? The board is connected. So I'm just going to create a new file. I'm going to call it test.py, because I'm going to be just testing these components. So what do we have? We have these examples here. So I just need to find my example. So what do I have? I have, is this the one? Let me see, I forgot already. So it's 160 times 80. That's the one. So I'm just going to see raw file and just copy this. I could have downloaded the whole thing and did it that way, but let's run it now. I have this kind of a complaining that it doesn't recognize this. Now I don't have stubs for this firmware, unlike Pico Go comes with standard stuff for Raspberry Pi Pico, but this, I don't have that here. It would have made my life a bit easier, probably, but I'm just gonna try this out, so I'm not gonna do major coding. Let's see what we get. This one should work now. Yay! Look at that. Can you see it? Yeah, it's working. So, yeah, that's working. I'll just stop it. Yeah. Okay, let me try another one. I'm gonna go back and do these examples for other ones. Just, as always, I'll provide links in the description and on my web page, so make sure to check that out if you need to see any of this. If you want to see or try this out yourself. So I'm just gonna copy that. I'm gonna run it. This is for this little board. Ah, look at that. Lots of different colors. Let's stop that. It's working. So it is working. I'm pretty confident all of this is going to work. Now, one thing, when you stop it, it just stays at the latest state, which is a bit annoying. These LEDs are very powerful. Like, they're really hurting my eyes at this stage. So let's see, let's do quickly the other one, and then I'm just going to reset the board. This is this LED matrix. I'm just copy pasting. I'm not doing anything fancy. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Those are the options. Let me just stop this. So what I was thinking, like, I have this LCD, it looks really nice, and it would look really nice, but it's just too complex to. I don't want to be bothered by that, you know. I just want to do something simple to make sure that everything is working. From, you know, there's plenty of things to do. So I'm just gonna keep it simple. So what I thought, can I just reset it like this? No, I can probably Pico go reset, soft reset. Okay, maybe hard. Yeah, disconnect, connect again. Okay, this is now easier on my eyes. So I was thinking I'm just gonna keep this here as my user interface, I suppose, like my display, and do something like this. So I'm just gonna delete this. I prepared something. It's really nothing big. What do I have here? Yeah. So I was playing around with this. And I kind of made this control as I was thinking, if you turn on the knobs, you know, this will increase or increase the level of whatever the control is. So we have 5 columns here, 5 rows. We'll have 5, you know, controls maybe. So I was thinking we go with overdrive, bass, mids, treble, level control, some fancy overdrive maybe. Pedal with 5 different controls. This is just my imagination working here. Who knows what I'll end up doing, but you know, it stands to reason I could support with this display. So just to show what the levels are, I'm just going to run this. So, and you'll see what I mean by this. Okay. So for example, this is turning it on and off, and I kind of support 5 different levels for each LED with different colors. So I thought, you know, 25 steps for a control is okay, right? We'll see how that works in reality, and is it really or not. But this is something how it would look like, you know, changing the for example, mids there. Now, one thing, these LEDs are just singeing my eyes. So I prepared a diffuser, kind of a screen. I just used some tracing paper and looks easier on the eyes. Now, another thing to think about, you know, how to protect this when you put it into the enclosure, and how not to, you know, hurt your eyes. But like I thought this looks pretty cool, and we'll see if this gives us a good kind of a control over what we want to achieve. So something to think about. I'll post links to, I'll put this on GitHub, this file, so you can have a look. It's nothing fancy. The thing is really I have these 4 different or 5 different levels of colors. I can do, you know, I did green, white, orange, blue, and red. You can do whatever you want. I did some kind of there is some gamma correction and compensation that comes with there is some suggestion that this chip at the back, the datasheet says about that, but that's baked into Pimeroni library. I have simple increase decrease option for each one of these. This will probably be driven by that encoder, and it will have, you know, up and down control. There's not much into this, you know, just I'm setting each pixel to the correct value, to the correct level. Do we have full level? So, you know, do we have LEDs off? Because there's, you know, say level 15 would have 3 of the first LEDs completely turned on. If you have 16, then, you know, 4th one would be slightly illuminated, not a lot. And then, you know, 17 would be a bit more illuminated if I partially, you know. Yeah, but it's nothing sophisticated. At this stage, I don't know. It will have to work with whatever control I choose for this. So that will inform me how I want this to look like. But so far, you know, we started this. I'll mark this as in progress, and we'll move on to something like stomp switch maybe. Next, relay switch. I'll see what we're gonna do next. But this is it for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time.